Just real quick, this is hilarious to me that Weapons beat Freaky Friday and Fantastic Four.
Well, I'm not surprised it beat
double
Freaky
pounding.
Friday, but I knew Freaky
I
Friday
kind of
was
am
going to do
because
really well. Look at how
Weapons
well
is R.
Freaky Friday did.
Yeah,
well,
Weapons is rated R, and this is a
dude,
PG movie.
There's been a buzz
usually
about
R-rated movies have a harder time because you can't take your family.
Yeah, but that's
a lot of ticket sales. Families.
Here's the difference, though. Freakier Friday isn't for the boys. Now, if it was for the boys, we'd have a different conversation. But look at how many women went to see that movie this weekend with their kids. That's a lot of money. That did better than I thought it was going to do. That did twice as much as Naked Gun did last weekend.
Yeah, sadly, Naked Gun.
Oh my God! Has Fantastic Four only made 229 million?
Yeah.
It's Las Vegas. Too.
It's falling down a pit fast.
Wow.
I'm kind of surprised that it's flopping like it is. I thought it'd do better than this. Because it's got good word of mouth. Nobody's really trashing it.
Wow.
I thought it'd do better, man. Because that's what we always have seen. Good word of mouth will rise something up, and it's just not happening.
I don't know how we're not talking about it a little more, but I've talked to a few people. Like, this female Silver Surfer thing rubbed people the wrong way.
The general audiences.
Well, not just that, but remember, guys, when I told you, like, the Silver Surfer is one of those characters that goes beyond the comic book nerds. Right.
Yeah,
I know people who have had like Silver Surfer tattoos and shit that weren't comic book nerds and shit.
If this had Norrin Rad in it, it'd have been a perfect movie almost.
Yep. Oh, perfect.
And, we'd be having a different conversation, I bet.
Yeah, because the portrayal of the Silver Surfer in it was really good. Like,
it's Norrin Rad's story.
Yeah, but it's Norrin Rad's story. So if Norrin Rad had been the Silver Surfer, I think that this movie would have probably done a lot better. Silver Surfer. Don't underestimate the popularity of the Silver Surfer.
That's what
I think Marvel did. I think they underestimated it and they fucked up. Listen, wasn't it as much shit as everybody gives Rise of the Silver Surfer, because ultimately it's not a great movie. You have to admit the Silver Surfer is pretty cool.
No one says a bad word about the Silver Surfer, exactly. Yeah. And wasn't it Rhino, like 2-3 weeks ago on here, I was saying that I've known at least 2 or 3 people in my life that have had Silver Surfer tattoos that aren't even comic book fans. Like, and then I remind you guys, like you have all this stuff with, Tarantino, who brought up the Silver Surfer a lot of time on top of other Marvel things, but specifically the Silver Surfer. And then you had that Denzel Washington speech in Crimson Tide. You know what I found? You know who probably wrote that? Quentin Tarantino. Because did you know he punched up the dialogue on that movie?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this thing, and like, even Superman, I gotta say, like, that's not great.
Domestically, it is. It beat Jurassic World Rebirth domestically.
Yeah, it's doing fine. This is where
the problem is international.
Even the international is not that bad because it's still beating Fantastic.
I understand that, but I'm looking at the total, and it's just like that. It's not great.
Though. That just shows me that internationally,
it's domestic though, Rhino. That's not international.
That shows me internationally they are more done with superheroes than we are here.
Yeah,
that's just domestic.
These are just domestic numbers.
And domestic is all that matters to the studios more so in the end of the day, because as far as foreign, like depending on the market, they only get anywhere from 30 to 10%, and I'm talking 10% in like China usually.
I don't think the optics on Superman's box office are good at all.
They're not great, but James Gunn came out defending it again. Like, and I've been hearing nothing but good things from the people I talked to. Like, you find another movie this year that's done this well domestically besides maybe Lilo and Stitch. Right? Like, that's the thing people aren't understanding. Like, this movie's sitting up there pretty high on the chart right now domestically.
Well,
like,
see,
we got too worried about the international number, and you want to know why? That was so the studios could pad their numbers and make it look like it's a big hit. But I keep reminding people, do you realize that there's times where it doesn't even matter if it makes a shitload of money in some of these countries? They get a straight up amount up front, and that's it. It doesn't matter. So, like,
I gotta say though, this is why I think the word of mouth right now is more important than ever, because like people are now waiting.
Not necessarily because Fantastic Four has good word of mouth and it's dropping like.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's good. I would say that it's come out as meh.
I was
going to say I've heard more meh than anything.
That still means good though. Come on.
Okay, yeah, so it's on the better side of Mer.
All those mean good.
My point
like,
is
you're just
with
embarrassed
a
to say
bad
good.
movies.
my point is
Like,
that even though a lot of people have heard that Fantastic Four is meh, they're like, okay, well then I'm willing to just wait for it to come on streaming and then I might watch it, sort of thing.
yeah,
Right?
they're
Like,
not
I
gonna
feel
go
like
see it in theaters
I feel
because
like the
there have
word
been
of
so
mouth
many
now
bad
is more
movies.
important than ever, especially from, you know, whoever your favorite person is or whoever you agree with on movies.
I'll admit,
most
I'm
is,
kind of
but,
biased
like,
because I think Pedro Pascal is a piece of shit. So that's always going to affect how I watch First Steps.
well, I'm saying the same thing in regards to Superman and Jurassic World. People have all said like meh, and like I know that this is all domestic numbers, but they're all pretty average. They're all pretty meh when it comes to those totals. I don't know. I just
Well, the
think that
real
people
disappointment
don't
here, man,
like
is that Naked Gun is bombing. So that's definitely not going to convince.
It's
That's
not bombing.
It cost
in
like
comparison.
$80 million. Dude.
No, it didn't. Who told you that?
That's what I was reading the other day, like an $80 million budget.
Heard it was only like 40.
Yeah, with marketing. It's around 80, I'm sure. And 33 million, like what did it make total? What's its international numbers?
I got 42 million right here.
Well,
yes,
that's
I
half
give
of
you
it's
with
gone.
Which I give you P&A.
They haven't made shit.
But at the same time, like, what else did they have? I'm sure they had a couple product placements in that. He drank how much coffee in that? Was that Starbucks coffee?
It's like generic color thing. They didn't make any money off of that.
I don't know. I don't remember. But
this is the only time I've been kind of sad that a movie bombed.
I'm not that worried about it.
It's like, man, this is a good. If this does decent, maybe we get some comedies back.
It'll sell some videos too. Don't worry.
Box Office Mojo is saying that their international is only 15 million. 27 million domestic, 15 million, 42 million worldwide at this point.
Yeah, it's done.
In 3,500 theaters, just under.
Well, we almost at least got some kind of comedy back. You know, if this had done well, they would have kept doing
the sad
a revival
part for
of slapstick comedy.
The sad part of this is that they're not going to have a deal to sell it to like Netflix or Amazon, because then they would be far ahead. But this is what I was trying to say about foreign markets anyway. We don't understand. These movies sometimes are prepaid for in the foreign market, because when they go out to do these, this is why I say the international market doesn't always necessarily matter when they say how much they're making, because the people who are keeping that are whoever, you know, planned for it in that market. And they pay an upfront amount to the studios. And sometimes those fees that the studios collect are what they end up using against it to make the movie. That's how like New Line Cinema built itself. That's how Canon built itself. That's how a lot of studios used to do their stuff. The smaller ones is they go around to these foreign markets, they sell the rights, they go make the movie, and that's like how Lord of the Rings was made. That's exactly how Lord of the Rings was made. It didn't technically cost the company a dime, because they had already pre-sold the foreign rights. Because when we interviewed Robert Shea, he flat out said, he goes, the movie could have flopped and we could have put the sequels out straight to video and we still would have made a profit. Because he had pre-sold all 3 movies foreign sales already ahead of time, and that paid for the budget.
Yeah, this is a good point from Trump, the 40th Samurai Warrior. From my limited, you know, I'm just looking around the area that I've been in, like the toys seem like they're selling pretty good.
That's another thing comparatively to what, you know, Man of Steel and BVS did for the DC universe. I doubt they were selling nearly as many toys as this movie has. This movie had a lot more product placement involved in it when it comes to the Superman film I'm talking about. So I have a feeling that at the end of the day, this is why James Gunn is saying we're not panicked, and I've been hearing that they're very happy with the box office.
I went to GameStop and they had, it's the McFarlane Superman one, and it has Crypto. I bought that. I was kind of surprised they had it. Crypto is probably selling well.
Pretty popular. In fact, like AMC's were having a hard time keeping the plushies in stock, I guess, because they had like an exclusive plushie.
Oh, I mean more so. I'm wondering if kids are buying the toys in the store.
I think they are. That's my point.
They have like crypto drones.
I just saw an article the other day that said Crypto is the new baby Yoda.
Well, isn't he?
Kind of. I mean, that's what that means by Yeah,
totally
I mean,
is.
in a way, they took over probably those kind of sales and that kind of thing with kids that they really dug. Look, a lot of us adults and older nerds didn't get into the film. I get that. I loved it. Flash liked it. You know, I don't know if Rennie saw it or not, but I know Rhino, you didn't like it as much. But from what I keep hearing is the kids got into this movie big time. Now that's accurate.
That's my
I'm
trans.
back just in time, I see. Amazing.
I think Rennie could have done a better job there.
They'd have to pay me a lifetime sponsorship for me to do something like that. I would never do something like that. What am I talking about? Fake news.
You never know. You never know. It depends on how much they'll pay you for that.
Fake news.